Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to become a better fighter and a more and well-established fighter, and how to play smart and not get hit during fights, and also how to play defensive against some pros. I'm going to be showing my own gameplay of me fighting pros, and also regular players and like ranked and reload and stuff. Okay, and how I'm actually going to do this, I'm going to do this a little bit different. I'm not going to go into replays or be like super fancy and technical with it. I just want to get kind of straight to the point and try to help you guys like fully understand what's happening when I'm fighting. So I'm actually just going to go through my clips of when I'm fighting and good like points. I'm going to point out certain things and what you should look out for, right? I'm going to be teaching you how to play super aggressive without getting hit one time in a fight, and I'm also going to be going in depth on how to like kind of play defensive as well, not take damage at all. So first thing I do, I'm trying to get on a well-established wall. Like I'm trying to get to a wall or a point in the fight where this guy wants to fight back. Like he keeps making space, he keeps running. The only thing you can really do is keep switching your sides and keep switching walls until you get to a point where he's ready to fight. Right? The only way that you can kill this guy is if he's ready to fight and he's willing to, you know, open up or, you know, do something. So anyways, I go up to the wall, right? I place a floor and a cone. Just so that I can drop if he pieces me, you know, just extra protection. I could have also placed a wall to my right, but I didn't. Right, I'm playing very aggressive. I pickaxe swing this guy's wall one time, I pull out my shotgun, right? And this is kind of the moment where you realize what kind of player you're fighting. Is this guy gonna insta edit? Is he an insta editor? Is he, you know, scared? Is he gonna play super safe? This guy, obviously you could tell he's going for a pre-fire, right? He's gonna go for a pre-fire. If I break this wall, he's gonna pre-fire me, right? So I put like one bullet in my gun. That doesn't matter. I pull out my pickaxe like I'm going to break it, and I just fake pull out my pickaxe, pull out my shotgun. He does shoot the wall. It leaves it low enough so that I can pump it. And I could have pulled out my SMG here. It probably would have been more safe because I definitely could have gotten hit here, but I did try to swing my character to the right so he couldn't, you know, in the fight. But I did actually pull out my pickaxe. I did take the wall here. And I did end up taking him out. I'll also play this in fast motion for you. So I'll play this whole entire fight. I'll play it in fast motion so that you can understand how quickly this guy actually died, right? Right, within that span of like what, 2 seconds or 3 seconds, you know, this guy had no clue what just happened to him, right? And everything I did in this fight was pretty much perfect, other than I would say that I pulled out my pickaxe and not my SMG there. So hear me being really aggressive on this guy. I'm full HP, right? The whole point of this is not to get hit, right? So I'm on this guy's wall. I don't want to be on that wall. I'm going to go to this wall here. So I switch over to this wall and I make sure I have my cone, right? Always want to make sure you have a cone, never a floor, never a ramp. I mean, you could use a ramp, but in this scenario, I'm using a cone, right? So I'm pickaxing this guy's wall, and I'm going to replay this here. So I'm pickaxing this guy's wall. I'm trying to get him to edit, right? I want him to edit. He does actually edit. As you can see, he doesn't have his pump out all the way. So I already have my pump out, and I'm swinging my character to the right, right? So you see my character, I'm swinging my character to the right, and I even look to the right a bit to get my character to really move to the right as quick as possible so that he doesn't get any return damage. I also place a ramp at the exact same time simultaneously at doing this. Right, so I get a ramp in his box, and then I'm trying to see if I can just like get in, right? So I'm trying to see if he'll even replace this wall. So I do break it and just instantly pull out my shotgun because this is my ramp. I would have just edited it and killed him, right? But he did replace the wall. I pretty much assumed at this point, you know, I shot the wall even, and I pretty much assumed at that point that he wasn't going to go out the sides because he probably didn't think he had enough time to, right? So we did drop, and I actually did pre-piece the bottom here and kill him. But yeah, like when I played this back, you can you know, pretty much immediately tell, right? Like I go up to this guy's wall, you know, I bait pickaxe it, and in fast motion, I'll play it in fast motion here. You can see that I swing to the right perfectly, try to get in, piece the bottom. I mean, he dies probably within a second, right? He probably loses that fight within a second there. And he gets pieced. Pro player Ozone. Some of you might know him, some of you might not. Ozone is a player with I think almost $20,000 earned on the game. Pretty well established pro. I'm also fighting him on Central here in this clip, so I'm just gonna go out here and play it. This is just regular solo ranked, so nothing crazy, no solo cash cup. Just trying to give an example of what it is actually like to fight a pro or be in, you know, a defensive scenario. He's already hit me hard, right? 79 white HP. At this point, he's just trying to get in to finish the kill. He does a really good job here, and I'll play this back. Super good job of exploiting these cones in my box, right? And even this wall, look how good that is, right? He gets that in perfectly, so that if he were to get in here, there's no chance that there's just nowhere I can go, right? So I can get out. He does a good job of that. I recognize that he's obviously a good player, right? So I see him. So first thing I'm trying to do is just straight up get away from him, right? Because he's just trying to get me out of the game quick, right? So now what I'm looking for is return damage. That's the only way I'm going to win this fight. I cannot keep playing defensive. Obviously, you can see I don't really have much mats, right? So I instantly edit. Now, this wasn't the best edit I could have possibly done. This was not, like, in any scenario a good edit, right? I just needed the return damage. He does actually miss here. I do hit him 140. And he jumps out to the right here. And, yeah, I'm not actually sure what happened. Looks like he had to reload. I should have died here as well. Another mistake on my part. I think, you know, for me, after hitting him 140, I just whiffed that shot. That was the shot I was going for, right? Whatever. He had to reload, I'm guessing, or his gun didn't shoot. I missed, right? He comes back up to the wall. I'm assuming he's just going to try to pickaxe it again, and that's what he does. So I do a peanut butter edit, jump up and kill him and catch him with his pickaxe, out. We have Sero and the guy he was playing with. I'm not sure who he is. But anyway, Sero is a controller player. He used to be really good at Zone Wars back in the day. Some of you may know him, some of you might not know him. Anyways, this is kind of a clip of me fighting him in reload, right? So the first thing my teammate dies, right? So the first thing I'm doing here is, you know, I made 2 boxes, right? So I make 2 boxes here. You know, I do a peanut butter edit. This guy takes me a while pretty quickly and edit. So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm thinking I just need to make space. I have the mats. This guy doesn't really do too good of a job of, like, you know, playing smart. He kind of just gets in. I had him 130. And then they both kind of get together here, and this is where, you know, I get hit pretty hard. So he kind of comes up. You know, the pressure gets let off for me, like, for a minute, so at least I can pop some minis. And Sero comes up my wall and does a good job of just kind of, like, pickaxing my wall. Plays pretty aggressive, gets my wall. And I do, like I said, in the, you know, previous, having a cone in your box, I've said previously, having a cone in your box and being able to get out and rebox like I did is the reason, like, why I won this fight, right? So I one pump him here. I do the same thing again. I rebox again. I would say the only thing bad here is my awareness is a little rough. When I did rebox, I think the only reason I did rebox though is because I don't know if his teammates right behind him, right? I don't know if his teammates right behind him, ready to counter, ready to get back in. His teammate was actually above me though. I did actually get hit. I could have died here. So that was a little, like, lack of awareness on my part. I was just playing for the body so that I could get the siphon for the whites. So yeah, he does actually respawn or whatever. My teammate dies again, and then I kind of just take him out. I also had to mute the audio on this clip because I was listening to music, so I don't want this video to get copyrighted. So yeah. Okay, here's another example in a fight. See this guy box up. I've been chasing him for a minute now. I think I've already hit him at this point in the fight, right? So the first thing I do is I go up to the wall and bait the pickaxe here to get him to edit, because you don't want to just, like, instantly assume that this guy's not going to edit. Most players do. They want to get the return damage. So when I do drop down here, I don't even go for a swing at first. I immediately just try to see if he'll instantly edit, which he did. I got the shot off first, of course. But yeah, that's another example of, like, you know, baiting, pulling out your pickaxe in certain scenarios like this. Imagine if you were somebody who was going to swing here, he actually would have hit you. He would have hit you, he would have reset, you probably would have lost that, you know, the trade-off. But yeah, sometimes you just do want to just see if the player will edit first. So you just want to pull out your pickaxe, pull out your shotgun again. If they edit, you're always going to win that for the most part in that return. There's basically no chance that they shoot before you. Okay, so I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know down in the comments if you want me to do more videos like this, and I'll go even more in depth with how I'm fighting. But I just kind of wanted to give you guys a broad perspective of how I'm thinking when I'm fighting. And I do go live on TikTok. My TikTok is JustRV1, I think. So if you guys want to go over there and drop a follow, watch me on stream. I do stream, I play some reload, stuff like that. I'm not playing too much tournament these days. I don't really have a duo right now. I don't have anybody that wants to play with me. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching this video. Peace out.